This is John Anderson with Sun Windows. I'm going to show you how to install the Intuition handle set on the Sun Windows sliding glass door. This is your hardware box that you'll receive with your door, and this is what comes inside the box. This is the interior Intuition handle. This is an interior plate that goes underneath this. This is the exterior handle with the keyway. This is the key cylinder with the pigtail on it. What you'll want to do is, after you get this, is you'll want to break this off at the third strike. So you end up with 3 pieces extending out, and you'll break it off right here at the third strike. These are the pinions that operate the lock, and they come in 2 different sizes, and we're going to use the shorter of the 2. So you can actually take this one and set it aside. Again, that's the longer of the 2 you're not going to use. And then the package also comes with 4 sets of screws for screwing through this plate into the exterior handle to hold the 2 together. And for our purposes, we're going to use the 3rd longest. So these first 2 you can get rid of, and the 4th you can get rid of. Again, that's the 3rd longest that we're going to use for installation. Then there's another set of screws, and you'll see the difference. These screws are threaded all the way up to the head, where these screws are only partially threaded. This is the screw that actually you use with the interior handle to screw it on and hold it onto the door. And these will come in a separate package. And of course, you'll have a set of keys. So that's what's in the package. And what's remaining in the picture here is what we'll be using. Again, you'll break off the pigtail here at the 3rd strike. This is the plate that goes on the inside underneath the Intuition handle. And it's going to have the 2 screws in it that you saw previously. And you can go ahead and take that and insert it into the door with the screws. And we'll screw them into the outside handle in a minute. There's a couple of things that you want to make sure you get done before you install this. You want the pigtail, you've broken this off to the 3rd strike, and then you want to make sure it's in the vertical and locked position, okay? So the key right now, if you put it in the keyway here, and you turn it this way and back, that'll be the locked position, okay? To unlock it, you would turn it to the left. But this pinion gear is going to be installed on the inside, and this little U here is where this pinion goes. So it will end up mating like this, okay? So when you insert this into the door, you want the pinion up and down like this. And then the pigtail you'll install from the outside to line up. Now, when you do this, make sure that the door is in the locked position. So these 2 hooks will be extended in the locked position. Okay, so again, now the pinion is in at this point with the U vertical, and then it's lined up with the pigtail on the outside, which is also vertical. So we've got the pinion going in here with the U vertical. We've got the exterior handle on with the keyway and the pigtail's running up and down, and it's inserted in here. And then we have the 2 locks on the inside are extended in the locked position. Now at that point, we're going to want to go ahead and screw these down. So I'll take my little driver. All right, so we got it on nice and snug. Now we're going to put the Intuition handle on. So you want the interior handle in the locked position. That's unlocked, locked. So it'll be straight up and down. The reason you're doing that is this little gear inside lines up with the pinion. And then you want to make sure that the screw holes are facing towards you while you're installing this, or towards the open part of the door. And then you take your 2 finished screws that came in the package. Okay. And then you can test it, make sure it operates properly. It does. This is the keeper where the 2 locks engage. So the top one goes in here and grabs down as a hook, and then the bottom one hooks up. And that way they're kind of like a crab grabbing onto the keeper here, and that way you can't get it loose. Now, in order to activate the lock, you have to make sure that this nipple on the keeper is lined up with this nipple here on the lock, okay? And basically, in order to get the lock to activate, this nipple has to be engaged. And if the 2 aren't lined up and that doesn't engage, then you won't be able to lock the door, okay? So if you're having trouble getting the door to lock, you just need to check your keeper and make sure that it's lining up. This nipple right here to this one right here, okay? And there are screws on here for adjustments in and out, and you can even loosen the screws at the top and bottom and slide the mechanism up and down a little bit if you need to in order to get the 2 to engage with each other. At this point, the door's open and unlocked, and because this isn't engaged, it won't lock. You shut the door, it engages with the keeper and locks. You unlock it, won't lock until it engages and locks.